What is abuse? Some of it can be physical. Yeah, we know that one. That one's easy to see the results of or while it's happening. Some of it can be verbal. You little, you. Some of it can be very emotional. Mom, I need a hug. Go away from me, you stink. Dad, can you fix this? No, you shouldn't have been falling off your bike anyway. Some of it can be spiritual. And I'm not just talking about religious dogma here. I'm not just talking about people casting spells on you. I'm talking about your own transgressions against your own self, and not realizing your own true center, not realizing that you are capable, that you are part of the grand whole. So since we've suffered abuse at the hands of others, what can we do about getting over the stuck points that are in our nervous system? Well, one thing you can do is use my abuse recovery method or my shadow work integration method that are here on YouTube. Or you can sit in a moment and say, what is it? Where is it? How do I get it out of me? Or you can seek help from a professional such as myself or someone else who will take you to those points and will unlock the emotion. Let it be felt until it no longer needs to be felt. And then it's just something that happened to you. Because abuse happens. It happens on a macro scale. It happens on a micro scale. It doesn't make any difference who you are. You've suffered some form of abuse in your life. Or you have committed some form of abuse in your life. And it's okay. We don't come with training manuals. It would be so much simpler if we did. And I know that people are going to say, well, this book, that book, or the other book is my training manual. That's great for you. This is my training manual. And I've worked diligently to open it. And all of the great masters, the great gurus, the great enlightened ones have all said, seek ye first the kingdom of God. The kingdom of God is within you. Go within, find that love, and be able to give it to others freely. That's important. That's very important, to be able to give your love freely. Now then, does that mean everything is lollipops and ice cream? No. Sometimes love has to stop somebody from doing something. Sometimes love has to chasten somebody. Sometimes love has to say, no, you're not allowed to do that. Love enforces boundaries. Unconditional love has boundaries. It's called the edge of the universe, and it's constantly expanding. We can't wrap our minds around it, because if we could, then we would be the maker. So in our little earthling human minds, we have to let these abuses go. And how do we do that? Well, forgiving at a conscious level is very important, and sometimes can take a very long time. That's why I suggest my abuse recovery method. It will go directly, like a laser, to a situation and let it come out. And it lets off the steam, and lets off the pressure, so that it's no longer an emotion that's trapped in the nervous system. Remember what the great master, the Nazarene, said. Remove the beam from your own eye before even considering the mote in another's. That's difficult, because we can easily point out the faults in others. And those faults that we see in others are hidden within ourselves. So when we forgive the others their abuse, when we forgive the others their transgressions, and I'm not just saying, I forgive you, and walking away and harboring it for years and years and years, that person did cha 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 cha. I'm saying literally letting it go. And it can be difficult. It can be difficult because our psyche has gotten comfortable, our ego has gotten comfortable in its discomfort. and to let go of it, to leave it behind, to not carry that weight, to soar. That's difficult to do because one, we don't feel worthy. Two, we don't feel enough. Three, we don't feel loved. Four, we don't know how. But all you have to do is spread your wings and fly. I am enough. I love myself. I am free. That is a powerful statement. A very powerful statement. And I know it is because I know who I was. And if you want to play comparisons, no, I wasn't the worst. No, I wasn't the best. Every saint has a past, and every sinner has a future, and I don't claim to be a saint yet. However, what I've learned along my way, I will freely give you. That's why I'm doing these videos. Here you go. Take them. Love them. Love yourself. Heal yourself. Let yourself be free. Bring yourself to the point where no matter what anyone does, they cannot take you out of your center. And I'm not there yet. Believe me, I am not there yet. I'm closer than I was. I'm a lot closer than I was when I started this journey in 2012. I'm much closer than I was when I started this journey in 1968 when I was born. However, I'm not as close as I would like to be yet. Yes, I love myself. That's not narcissism. Narcissists don't have love within them or don't see the love within them and therefore must have food or drugs or alcohol or someone else's love to fill them up, someone else's attention. And oftentimes they don't care whether the attention is positive or negative. And that's okay. I was there too. The hardest pill I ever had to swallow was that I was just as sociopathic as the people I was involved with. Ah, really? Are you serious? Yes, Hog. Yes, Hog. So, letting go of that. Being very careful, and I mean full of care, about what I say and how I say it. About the actions I take towards others and myself. How I commit to those actions, how I commit to the things I'm doing and saying and teaching. And people always point out how they don't agree. That's okay. We're not all here to agree. These two eyes don't agree on what they see. If they did, we'd only see in one dimension. These two ears don't agree on what they hear. Otherwise, we wouldn't hear in stereo. And these two hands don't agree on what they feel. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to feel texture. So it's okay when two people don't agree. It's when they get violent about the disagreement. So what can you do about abuse to stop it from happening? Well, if it's happening to you, getting out of the situation is the best. If you're committing it, stopping it is the best. And do not, I repeat, do not say, I've changed. Let people notice you've changed. Do you know how many times I've had family members look at me? Huh? You're different. Yeah. To the point that the black sheep of the family now is totally practically excluded from the family in most things because they decide to feel uncomfortable because I don't hide my truth anymore. And this is the way I present it. Letting go of abuse and letting go of that trauma is not as difficult as you would believe. But holding on to that, it happened to me, like it's some kind of precious jewel. It's not. Drop it like a turd and leave it. Don't throw it at somebody. Don't drop it on somebody else. And even the person who did it to you, do not take it back to them. People say, forgive and forget. Forgive, never forget. Forgive the rattlesnake its nature. don't forget it's poisonous. So, thank you for liking. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for subscribing and coming back again so that we can learn together. My Satisfying Saturdays, 9 a.m. here on YouTube. Thank you for healing. And know this, brothers and sisters. I am enough. I love myself. I am free. And I love you too.